Students and viewers, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my online class once again. I am Murshida Imam, Assistant Professor, Dept of English, Govt.Shahid, Suhrawardy College, Dhaka. Today I am going to conduct a class for the students of class 11 and 12. Thanks to the Almighty that we have got the opportunity to meet once again through our online class after the vacation of Xl-Xll. Hope all of you have enjoyed Xl-Xll. My dear students, today I have arranged my class in this way. That is, at first we will learn the rules of subject-verb agreement, and today I will discuss 5 rules of subject-verb agreement. Then I will give you some homework from those rules as usual, and I will also give you some short compositions from writing part of English second paper. And finally, we will solve the task given in our previous class. Okay, so get ready with your pen and sheet to do the class. Okay, are you ready? Yes, then start doing the class. Let us go to start our class. My dear students, look at the board please. Subject verb agreement. That is, what is agreement? You know it. That is, agreement means a promise or a contract with somebody. Okay, but here agreement means arrangement. That is subject verb agreement. That is, if our subject is singular, our verb will be singular. If in a sentence our subject is plural, our verb will also be plural. It's called subject verb agreement. Then at first we have to learn about singular verb and plural verb. What are singular verbs? Okay, look at the board please. Is, the singular is, and plural are. Singular verb was, plural verb were. Singular verb has and plural have. If our subject is singular, we will use has, and if our subject is plural, we will use have. Okay, are, were, have. And if our subject is singular, we will use is, was, has. And if we see that present form of verb plus s/es, that is goes, eats, all those verbs are singular. Okay, and after third person singular number we use these types of verbs. Okay, and then plural form. Okay, only present form of the verb. If we see in a sentence, that is, it's called plural verb. Okay, after plural subject we use this type of verb, that is go, eat. We can't use go or eat after any singular verb. Okay, after singular verb we have to use goes or eats in this way, and after plural verb we will use go or eat. Okay, in this way. And basically it's used in present indefinite tense. You know it. Okay, my dear students, and at first as usual I will give you some sentences from that is, you have to use the correct forms of verbs of this sentence. At first you will try to do it by yourself, then I will teach you the rules, then again you will practice. Okay, my dear students, at first look at those sentences and write down those sentences on your sheet or khata. Okay, sentence number 1, that is, you have to use the correct forms of verbs. Okay, correct forms of verbs, that is be. What is be? Yes, be verb means am, is, are, was, were. Okay, and am is used only after I. Okay, then am, is, are, was, were, these verbs are called be verb in a sentence. Okay, look at those sentences please. Sentence number 1, the color of her eyes be blue. Okay, be, here which be verb will be used? Okay, am, is, are, or was, or were. Okay, you have to write down it. Then sentence number 2, a number of boys have / has failed. Here I have used those 2 words, that is have or has. Which one will you select, have or has? Okay, write down it. A number of boys have or has failed. Then sentence number 3, the wages of sin be death. Number 4, ill news run fast. Sentence number 5, he and I be friends. Sentence number 6, bread and butter be my favorite food. Sentence number 7. The headmaster and the secretary of our school be present in the meeting. Sentence number 8. The MP and minister be present. Okay. Sentence number 9. Each boy and each girl be meritorious. Sentence number 10. Neither of the girls have or had got a prize. Okay, you have to select have or has. Then sentence number 11. He as well as his brothers be honest. Sentence number 12. The mother along with her daughters be out of danger now. Okay, those 12 sentences, solve it at first by yourself. Okay, then come to our rule. Okay, rule number 1. Okay, my dear students, be careful and be attentive, please. Sentence rule number 1, that is head word. If in a sentence the head word is singular, okay, if our head word is singular, our verb will be singular, and if our head word is plural, our verb will also be plural. Okay, then sentence number 1 and 2. Okay, my dear students, we'll solve sentence number 1 and 2. My dear students, then sentence number 1, the color of her eyes be blue. Okay, then we have to find out at first who is the head word of the subject here. Okay, the color of her eyes. Here color is the head word. Okay, not eyes. The color of her eyes. The and of. Okay, the middle word of the and of is always head word in a sentence. Okay, in a subject. Then which will be the head word in the first sentence? The color. Okay, then what will be the correct answer here, my dear students? Is or are? Yes, you are right, is. But if you think that eyes is the head word, then you will write down are, then you will get 0. Okay, so we have to at first find out the head word of a subject. Okay, the color of her eyes be blue. So your head word is color, and this word is singular, so we will use is or was. We can use both is or was, those two singular word. Okay, as there is no mention of tenses here, that is present or past, so we may use is or was. So I am using here is. Okay, okay, my dear students, I have chosen is, but you may write down was too. The color of her eyes is blue, not are. Okay, mind it. Then sentence number 2, a number of boys have or has failed. Okay, then who is the head word here? Okay, not number. Okay, number of, it's a phrase. Okay, number of, a large number of, a lot of, those words are phrases. Okay, so here the head word will be boys. Okay, so this word is plural, boys, you see. So what will be suited here? Okay, my dear students, have or has? Yes, you see, have is plural. Okay, plural verb have, so we will use here have, not has. A number of boys have failed. Okay, we'll use here have. So here correct answer is a number of boys have failed, not has. Then go to sentence number 3. Okay, my dear students, the wages of sin be death. Here you see the head word is wages. Okay, so you may think that wages is plural. Okay, as you see s here. Okay, but my dear students, you have to remind that there are some words which are always singular, though they seem to be plural, but they are always used in a sentence as singular. And I have written down some words of this type. Okay, that is these words are generally used as singular. Okay, generally used. Okay, there may be some exception, but generally we use those words as singular. Okay, look at the board please. those words, write down please on your sheet. Information. Information is always singular. You can't use informations. Okay, information is always information and it is singular. Then news. News. Okay, yes, you may think that this word is plural. No, news. News is always singular. Okay. Then scenery, advice, furniture. Okay, you can never write down furnitures. Okay, furniture, and it is always singular. Was, and this word. Okay, you see, was. Then poetry, issue, here, you can never write down hairs. Okay, here, alphabet, luggage, politics, physics, economics, mathematics, those are the names of subjects. Okay, so they are always singular, not plural. Civics, etc. Okay, so now we can solve question number 3 and 4 after learning these words. Okay, the wages of sin be death. What will be the correct answer, my dear students? Is or are? Yes. Now we see that wages is always singular, so our verb will also be singular, so we will use is, not are. Then what will be the correct answer here, my dear students? Is. And you can't use here was. Okay, as it's a it's like an universal truth. The wages of sin, the consequence of sin is death. Okay, so we have to use here only is. Write down please, is. And question number 4, ill news run fast. Ill news. Okay, this news is always used as singular subject. Okay, so our verb will also be singular, so we have to use what? S. Okay, we have to add s after run, that is runs. We see singular verb is present form of verb plus a or s or yes, so here we use we will add s after run. So ill news runs fast, and it is it's also a universal truth. Okay, it's an idiom. So those two sentences will be written in present indefinite tense, and I am using the singular verb here. Okay, okay, my dear students, is it clear to you? Hope it's clear to you. Okay, the wages of sin is death, and sentence number 4, ill news runs fast. Okay, then after learning rule number 1, we have we can solve 4 sentences. Okay, from here. Now go to sentence number 5, he and I be friends. Okay, and look at the rule number 2 on the board. Okay, generally what we use? Okay, and subject plus subject. Okay, if we find two subjects connected by and connected by and, we always think that it is plural verb. Okay, generally it indicates plural verbs. Okay, so if our subject is plural, subject and plus subject is plural subject, so we will use plural verb. Then how many persons here? You see, he and I, 2 persons, so they're plural. Now we have to use here plural verb be. Okay, then we will use are, he and I. So here the right answer will be he and I are friends. Okay, write down please, he and I are friends. Okay, now my dear students, then if we find and between 2 subjects or 3 subjects, among 3 subjects, okay, it will be plural, but always it won't be like that. Okay, there are some exceptions, there are some another rules. Okay, you have to also learn it. Then look at sentence number 6, bread and butter be my favorite food. Okay, bread and butter be my favorite food. Now we may think that be bread and butter 2 foods, so here I may use are, plural subject, so we will use plural verb. My dear students, it's not like that. Okay, you have to think more. That is, if we find this type of subjects, that is subject plus and plus subject, okay, we have to think in another way, that is if this subject indicates a single thing or a single sense, okay, a single thing or a single sense, then the subject will be singular and our verb will also be singular. Here you see, my dear student, bread and butter. Though we see two items here, but though we see two food items here, okay, these two items make a single food, okay, bread mixed with butter, okay, so it makes a single food. So it's the name of a single food here, okay, bread and butter, okay. So it will be singular subject and our verb will also be singular. Bread and butter be my favorite food. Then what will be the correct answer, my dear student? Yes, you're right. Bread and butter is my favorite food. So we have to be careful that if we see that though subject is connected by and, but if they indicate or if they create a single sense, okay, we have to use singular verb after that subject, okay. So our answer will be like that, bread and butter is my favorite food, not are, okay. Okay, my dear students, then in this type of sentences you may find that is slow and steady win the race. What will be the correct answer, my dear students? Slow and steady. Slow and steady means indicate a single sense, okay, slow and steady. So the answer will be like that, slow and steady wins the race, not win the race, okay. Then go to sentence number 7. The headmaster and the secretary of our school be present in the meeting, okay. Here we see and, okay, fine. And then how many articles are there, my dear students? 2 articles. Here we find that is the headmaster, the secretary. If we find that is rule number 3. If we find any article that is a, an or the, you know, article a and the is called article. So if we find any article that is a, an or the, and subject plus and plus again article and plus subject, okay, that is in this way, article plus subject and plus article plus subject. If we find two another articles different subject, okay, we will guess that, but we will think that a person and the secretary is another person, so they are not the same person, okay. If we find two articles before the subject, okay, we will think that, or we will think in this way that there are 2 persons here, okay, the headmaster and the secretary, okay. So we will use here plural verb, that is, okay, my dear students. Then sentence number 7, what will be the answer here? Okay, there we see that 2 different persons here, the headmaster and the secretary, so we will use here are, okay, not is. Then what will be the right answer here, my dear students? Are, okay, the headmaster and the secretary of our school are present in the meeting. Okay, my dear students, and look at sentence number 8. The MP and minister be present. How many articles do you see here? Okay, only one article, the MP and minister, there is no article, okay. Before minister there is no article. The MP and minister be present. Then what will be the correct answer here? Okay, my dear student, is or are? Yes, look at the board please. Article plus subject plus and plus subject, okay, article plus subject and plus subject, there is no article before minister, okay, only one article, so it indicates one person, a single person, okay. So our subject is singular here, the MP and minister is the same person, so we have used article the here only. single. Okay, so here we use article the, MP and the minister. Okay, so it indicates a single person. The MP and the minister is the same person. So our subject is singular and our verb will also be singular. That what will be the correct answer, my dear students? The MP and minister is present or are present? What will be the correct answer? Yes, you are right. That is, our verb will be singular. That is, not are. Okay. Okay, my dear students, then if we use the before minister, then what will be the correct answer? The MP and the minister, then two different persons. So we will use then we will have to use are. The minister and the MP and the minister are present. Okay, but okay, my dear students, then question number sentence number 8, what will be the correct answer? The MP and minister is present, not are. Okay, but if we find two different articles, the MP and the minister, then our answer will be are. Okay, but here we see that only one article, the MP and minister, so it indicates the same person. The person who is MP, he is also the minister. So we have used here is, not are. Okay, the MP and minister is present. Okay, is it clear to you, my dear students? I hope it's clear to you. Then question number that is sentence number 9, each boy and his girl be meritorious. And sentence number 10, neither of the girls have or has got a prize. Now we will solve those two sentences. Okay, after learning rule number 4. Look at the board please and write down it on your sheet. That is rule number 4, each, every, any, no, more than one, none, or no one. Okay, if we find these words, okay, if we find that these words are the part of any subject, okay, mark it please. If we find that these words are the part of any subject, okay, then we will use singular subject here. Okay, and our verb will also be singular. My dear students, learn it by heart please, those words. That is each, every, any, no, more than one, none, oblique no one. Okay, if these words are the part of any subject, then we will use singular subject after those word, and our verb will also be singular. Okay, then question number 9, each boy and his girl. Okay, we can't write down that is boys or is girls. Okay, we have to use the singular form of the subject before after each. Okay, after is or every. Okay, we can't use every boys, every girls. Okay, we have to use the singular form of the subject, that is each boy, each girl. Okay, each boy and each girl. Okay, though they're connected by and, but these are singular subject. Okay, each boy, as they are as we find that each here, so our subject is singular and our verb will also be singular. Each boy and each girl be meritorious. Then what will be the correct answer, my dear students? Singular verb, that is, not are. Each boy and each girl is meritorious, not are. Okay, okay, my dear students, look at sentence number 10. Neither of the girls have or has got a prize. Okay, then look at another words, that is each of. Okay, at first we have learned about each, every, there is no of. Okay, but if we find of before after each, that is each of, one of, either of, neither of, none of. Okay, if we find these types of word are the parts of any subject, what will we do? Yes, each of, one of, either of, neither of, none of. After those words we will use article the. Okay, what will we use? Article the. Okay, and then our subject will be plural. Okay, must be plural. Each of the boys, each of the girls, not each of the boy. Okay, but here each boy, every girl, in this way. But if we find of, okay, of before after each, what will be the structure of the subject? Yes, each of the girls, each of the boys, in this way. Okay, then one of the boys, one of the girls, in this way. After each of, one of, either of, neither of, none of, we have to use article the, and our subject will be plural, and automatically our verb will should be plural. But my dear students, mark it, it's very important rule. Okay, and it's confusing too. Sometimes it becomes, it may make you confused. Okay, so you have to learn this rule very attentively and very carefully. Okay, each of the, none of the, one of the, either of the, okay, plus subject plural subject, you have to use plural subject, but our verb will be singular. Okay, though our subject plural here we will use, but our verb will be singular. Okay, that is, neither of the girls have or has got a prize. Then what will be the correct answer, my dear students? Have or has? Yes, our verb will be singular, not plural. Okay, so we'll use has. What is singular verb? You know, has singular and have plural. So we'll use here has. Neither of the girls has got a prize. Has got a prize. Okay, has will be our correct answer. And in this way you may practice. Okay, then each of the boys is or are good. What will be the correct answer, my dear students? Each of the boys? Yes, each of the boys. Those the subject seems plural, but our verb will be singular. So each of the boys is good. Okay, not are. Okay, in this way you have to practice. Then rule number 5. After learning rule number 5, we can solve question sentence number 11 and 12. Okay, he as well as his brothers be honest. The mother along with her daughters be out of danger now. Okay, rule number 5. My dear students, write down those words please. If we see that these words, okay, as well as, with, along with, together with, accompanied by, followed by, and plus no oblique not. Okay, and plus no oblique not. If we find these words, okay, in between two subjects, okay, if we find these words in between two subjects, okay, what will we have to do? Yes, according to the first subject. Okay, according to the first subject we have to use verb. If our first subject is singular, we will use singular verb, and if our first subject is plural, we will use plural verb. Okay, so sentence number 11, he as well as his brothers be honest. Okay, then be, am, is, are. Okay, we will use these words or was word. What will be the correct answer here? According to the rule, we see that here as well as, and two subjects here in between, as we find as well as in between two subjects, that is he and his brothers. Okay, then we have to write down the verb. Okay, we have to select the verb according to the first subject. What is the first subject in sentence number 11, my dear students? He or his brothers? He. Of course, he. He is first subject here. So, according to he, we have to write down the verb. That is, if we find that our first subject is singular, our verb will be singular. If we see that our first subject is plural, our verb will be plural. So, here we see that is in sentence number 11, we see that our first subject is he. So, he is singular, you know. So, what will be the correct answer here, my dear students? He as well as his brothers is or are honest? Yes, is honest, not are. Okay, write down please. He as well as his he as well as his brothers is honest. Okay, my dear students, then in sentence number 11, right answer will be is. Okay, then sentence number 12, the mother along with her daughters be out of danger now. Okay, so here we find along with. Okay, along with. So our verb will be selected singular or plural according to the first subject. Okay, so look at the first subject here, the mother, that is singular, so our verb will be singular. So what is the correct answer here, my dear students? The mother along with her daughters is out of danger now. Okay, my dear students, that's all about our 5 rules today, and in our next class we will also discuss another rules of subject verb agreement. Now it's time to give you some homeworks. Get ready with your pen and sheet, please, and write down those homeworks. My dear students, take some homeworks, please. That is, use the correct form of verbs. Okay, sentence number 1. She together with her friends deserve praise. Sentence number 2. The scenery of Cox's Bazar be charming. Sentence number 3. Rohim and not his brothers be honest. Sentence number 4. The mother and the daughter be absent in the meeting. Sentence number 5. None of the questions be easy. 6. Slow and steady win the race. Sentence number 7. No bus and no train be available here. Sentence number 8. A red and blue pen have or has, okay, been bought. Sentence number 9. Physics be his favorite subject. Sentence number 10. The quality of the mangoes be good. Okay, then you have to solve those questions. Okay, and in our next class we will solve it. Okay, and you will try it at home and we'll solve it in our next class. Now I will give you some short compositions from your writing part of English second paper. Okay, you will take preparation and you will make notes on those short compositions at home. Okay, get ready. Okay, my dear students, look at the board, please. You have to write down short compositions on those topic. Okay, and you have to write down those compositions within 200 to 250 words. Okay, 200 to 250 words. Sentence number composition number 1. Female education. 2. Patriotism. Then students and social service. Wonders of modern science. Your childhood memories. Corona pandemic. Impact of climate change. Drug addiction and its impacts. Then natural calamities in Bangladesh. Then number 10, unemployment problem in Bangladesh. Okay, those 10 short compositions now I am giving you, and you will write down it you will write down those short compositions at home. Okay, and you have to write down those short compositions within 200 to 250 words. Okay, now we will solve the task given in our previous class. Get ready. Okay, my dear students, in our previous class we gave you some sentences, that is, you use correct form of verbs. At first we will solve correct form of verbs, then we will solve completing sentences. Look at the board, please. What was our first sentence? If you read more, you learn more. Okay, I won't explain the structure today. Okay, you will watch or you will see the previous class at first, and then you will solve those questions. Okay, if you read more, you will learn more. Okay, I have chosen here will learn, but you may write down here you can learn more or you may learn more. Then sentence number 2, if you move, you die. That is, you will die. I have chosen here will die. Okay, but you can write down here can or may. You may die or you can die. If you move, you will die, or you can die or you may die. Then sentence number 3, if I were a fish, I swim in the river. Here I have chosen could. Okay, if I were a fish, I could swim in the river, but here you may write down, that is, I might swim in the river or I would swim in the river. Okay, but I have chosen here could swim. Then sentence number 4, had my father been alive today, we be happy. Okay, then here I have chosen we would have been happy. Okay, here main verb is be, so be past participle been. Would have been happy, but here you may write down we might have been happy, or we could have been happy. You are right too. Okay, then sentence number 5, if they had wanted, we helped them. Okay, if they had wanted, we would have helped them. I have chosen here would have helped them, but you may write down here we could have helped them, or we might have helped them. Helped. Okay, that's all. Okay, now we'll solve the item that is completing sentences. Okay, my dear students, now we'll solve the item that is complete the following sentences. The sentence was like that. Sentence number 1, if metal gets hot, it expands. Okay, I have written down here it expands. Sentence number 2, if I knew the answer, I would tell you. My dear students, completing the sentences item, in this item you have every right, or you have every opportunity to complete the sentences in your own words. Okay, but you have to follow the structures. Following the structures, and your answer must be relevant. Okay, you have to use relevant word, and following the structure you can complete the sentences in your own words. Okay, in your own way. Here sentence number 2, if I knew the answer, I would tell you. I have chosen this sentence here. Okay, this clause here, but you may write down it following the structure in another way too. Sentence number 3, had I been a bird, I have chosen here I would have flown in the sky, and here you may write down could have flown or might have flown in the sky. Then sentence number 4, if you study regularly, I have chosen here you may pass. If you study regularly you may pass. You may write down here you will pass, you can pass. Okay, and you may write down if you study regularly you won't fail. In this way you may write down, you may cut a good figure in the exam. In this way, following the structure, you can complete the sentences in your own way. Then sentence number 5, if you had helped me, I have chosen here I would have helped you. I would have helped you. Here you may write down in your own way, but you have to follow the structure. Okay, and you have to write down the sentence in a relevant way. Okay, in you have to be careful that the structure is correct. The structure should be correct, and the vocabulary, that is the words, okay, you have used must be relevant. Okay, then that's all, my dear students. No more today. That's all. No more today. And in our next class, okay, we will solve the task given in our today's class. Okay, and don't waste your time, please. Okay, be regular in your studies. See you again in our next class. Till then, goodbye. Wish you all the best. Allah Hafiz.